after Mom was lowered into the ground and stuck a business card into my gloved hand. Her high heels rang out on the cemetery road as she hurried back to her car, trailing a frozen rope of perfume. The official report was that Mom's fall from a fifth-floor window was accidental. But there was a question of negligence on the part of the staff. Mom had been on suicide watch since she'd begun her long commitment. I never pressed the negligence issue. I wouldn't exactly call her death a comfort, but it was good to know she had no further to fall. Though I was only 5, I remember my first day of school. Mom shook off my hand to take my new teachers. Mom wanted to tell her that I was special. "My boy was born without a sense of smell," she said. "Congenital anosmia. Please avoid activities that might exclude him." She told me she first noticed I couldn't smell when she read me Pat the Bunny, the little board book for toddlers. "At 6 months old, you rubbed your hand on the bunny's fur and you felt the father's scratchy face. It was a bit of sandpaper. You'd lift the bit of cloth to play peekaboo with the little boy in the book, Paul, and you waved bye-bye to him and his sister Judy, but you wouldn't sniff the flowers. There was perfume infused in the page. I'd get so frustrated. I'd try over and over, but all you did was slap at the book so I would turn the page. When I realized that you didn't have a sense of smell, I felt so guilty that I couldn't sleep for weeks. My poor baby, I thought. My poor, poor baby." Mom conducted experiments to confirm her diagnosis. "I tried everything hoping for a reaction," she said. "Lemon, orange peel, cedar wood, perfume-soaked cotton, banana, coffee, dirt, vanilla, onion, mint, vinegar, mothballs, rose flowers, ginger, pencil shavings." She nodded as she ticked off each item, as if reciting a prayer. "I held each sample under your nose, but you didn't twitch a nostril. I kept thinking about that French writer who remembered the smell of a cookie from his childhood, and it inspired him to write thousands of pages about his life. If my baby can't smell, I thought, he won't have a past." But when Mom listed the items she'd stuck under my toddler nose, my head filled with a kaleidoscope of images. Soaked cotton balls, Dixie cups, paper plates. And I could hear her voice. "Try this. Now this. How about this?" I told her what my inner eye and ear were seeing and hearing, but she just squeezed my shoulder. "It's amazing how the brain learns to compensate," she said. "But none of that is real." She bathed me twice a day. "Thank goodness you can't smell yourself." Mom frowned, raising her voice over the gush of steamy water filling the tub. There were times I thought I could smell. The lilacs in the neighbor's yard. We had no flowers, only shrubberies. My shit. Mom's cooking, particularly when she burned something. On what turned out to be my last day of elementary school, I excitedly told her about an experience I had when we were led back to the classroom after gym. "Before we opened the door," I said, "I knew there was going to be popcorn. I had a feeling in my nose and a picture in my head. I think I smelled it." "Popcorn?" Mom's eyes drilled into mine. She sat me down at the kitchen table. "Honey, it's time we had an important talk. The truth is, I can't let you call what you're doing smelling. We'd just be fooling ourselves. The sense of smell is a miracle you're just not capable of experiencing. Smell has dimensions." Her gaze dropped a moment. "I might as well try to describe color to the blind," she muttered. She raised her eyes. "Listen, it's like you only smell the skin of things. You're missing the blood and bone inside. You can try and try, but you'll never get it. Everyone else takes the miracle for granted. I'm not going to allow you to lie to yourself. You're going to need a particular kind of education," she said. "And I don't think the schools are prepared to give you the attention you need." I jolt awake, see the double line of cars in front of me, and jab for the brake pedal with a panicked foot. But the exterior world is as still as a photograph. I remember I'm in a traffic jam. Where's my steering wheel?